So racism. They're your words, not mine.
I've preed that. That's my business. Yeah. You've come in here and you don't agree with a view that I have on Alex. Calm. Then what you turn it into.
You've just said that that I went in there because I said Wagwan sisters, that was black. What did he say? That is basically black people's language. And I then put it on you on your toes and said, what about white Jamaicans speaking patois? There is a white gentleman that fixes his car from Jamaica. He's about 60 years old. Speaks full-on patois. This is the whole situation. You said that is black. That is black. That's how black people speak. When has patois ever held a colour?
You can't
terminology, yeah. Black terminology. Your wording was that is black terminology.
Deflection, like what's NJ got to do with this conversation?
I just watch things. It's clear who your friendship group is, and it's clear where you lie. If you actually do care, someone raised Torian. If you actually do care about what I'm saying, maybe you'll listen to the words that I'm saying and what I found offensive about Alex, rather than just riding out. I still don't feel like you understand my issue with it.
You see, I don't know what Alex has done. I don't know a minute. I don't really know what. Me like trying to deflect.
DZ, I understand, mate. I understand, but you know me.
I think someone said about.
DZ, you know me as well, mate. You've been in my life a lot, and me, I just try and the situation was serious. It died down, so I just thought I'd come in, offer my my community into the box. That's why I sat there, tried to make a little bit of a situation, because at the end of the day, for me, it's the same old rinse and repeat. You know what I mean?
Correct. He's a bit of a troll. Like, he's a bit like me, kind of thing, in the sense where we just troll, kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think he's racist in that sense, but obviously everyone's entitled to. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you lot are wrong.
T, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. T. Nobody said that. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get it.
Even you,
nobody said that he's racist.
Even you.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So it's.
Oh my god. Are you joking? So, okay, you said microaggression is still racism. You said I went in there with microaggression racism. You also said I was saying subliminal racist comments. So, that is your words. That is calling me racist, is it not? You can't be part-time racist. You're either racist or you're not. And if you are saying that microaggression is racism, then you're calling me racist. No ifs, buts, maybes. Like I said, you can't be part-time racist.
We can either say
fucking hell, man.
So now most trolls, who
sorry, Alex, let me just quick assessment. You know, like how he just give that excuse of Jamaican Courtney because you've got NJ in the live. Can you say whatever you want now?
That's the whole thing I was trying to say. His comment that he made about Courtney is exactly the same comment as, oh, my friend, she can't be racist because she's got black kids. She can't be racist because she's got black friends. That's the exact sort of comment that Devon's just made. He said because Courtney's in black spaces, she can't be, basically she's not going to be looked upon as racist. But Alex, because I'm a white guy on my platform, I'm a racist. Come on.
No, you can't be now. So anything you say is fine because you got NJ in your comments, just to let everyone know. He's not racist. All right, bye.
Bye. Cheers, thank you. It's fucking weird.
Do you get me if that's the case? Do you get what I'm saying? So I think someone in here mentioned about... No, obviously I know you lot do, but I'm just saying it. I'm just speaking in general, guys. I'm not talking about nobody here kind of thing, yeah, because I know everyone here has stood on business, yeah. But what I'm saying is if that's the case, then people might and will probably call out Courtney for having Jamaican Courtney, knowing that she's not a Jamaican. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and it's not me coming at Courtney. I just feel like if people... Do you know what I'm saying? People are also going to be like, okay, but... Courtney is she culture appropriating? Is she, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So here's my response to that.
Am I making sense? If not, you lot can tell me I'm
not. No, listen, you're making sense, and this is, cool. And I understand that this is what they want to hear. Yeah. So this is why
oh God.
So, would you say that from what you can see of Alex, that his friendship group is of the ethnic minorities?
Oh God's sake. No.
No, I know he talks to Miss Remy and that.
Me and Miss Remy are very close friends.
Me kind of thing, but I don't. Yeah, I can't really answer that.
But are they buddy like that? Do you know? Have you seen Alex on this app to be buddy, friendship, bust them kind of jokes in and around people of color?
Yes.
Have I seen him bust them jokes around people of color? Did you say?
Yeah, like, okay, how do I explain it?
I think you mean in predominantly black spaces.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
is he coming here? No,
Does he-
I wouldn't
you know, like,
think so, no.
On the other side of the acty, like I think like the point like that.
Like when he's chilling and he's not doing
Yeah.
obviously his FYP and stuff.
No, probably
Thank you,
not.
thank you. At least somebody said. Right, so again, I've not lost my argument at all. Just because one lady of
Yeah,
color
no,
agrees
you're right. I
doesn't
hear
mean-
what you're saying. No,
No,
yeah.
no, I'll carry on. But here's the other thing. Courtney, that Jamaican Courtney thing did not come from Courtney. Right? That did not come from her.
And the Congolese Alex didn't come from me, Devon. And we spoke about it after, and you laughed about it. We went on favourited and had a laugh about it, Devon. You know what I mean? We had a laugh about the situation. Now you're using it as content, you weirdo.
Without knowing.
Weirdo.
It's not. She's not using it. Jamaican Courtney doesn't pop up in horrible situations. There's a difference. Like, but people can call it selective because they don't understand. It's
document.
like if you have black friends and you are embraced by black people and they're your people, and you, it's completely different to picking up lingo off the internet.
Right.
And
I've got black family, Devon, if you want to know. If you want me to go into my family, I have got a lot of black people in my family through marriage. From Jamaica, believe it or not. So just when you're there and you're talking about, because Courtney's got black friends, just to let you know, mate.
It's gonna come out my mouth because I'm gonna tell you to go suck something. Go on, Kenzino. Sorry, babe. Go on.
No problem. So like yeah, for me as a Jamaican, like you get me, like I've got many people around me, like Devon has clearly said, like, you know, we have white people who are in black spaces. There are white people at Jamaican dances, like where they are the minority, and we celebrate them, we embrace them. But the issue is when you are not usually celebrating or embracing our culture, and then you want to throw away words that are of Caribbean origin and then sit with a bunch of racists. That's where it's kind of like, hold on a minute, like.
I said it, okay. I said it in a live with Paige. Is Paige racist? I said it multiple people in that live. I said it.
about
Madness.
Congolese Alex, right?
Big of me.
And somebody just flat out lied and said, and Congolese Alex didn't come from him. You laughed with him about it. Nobody laughed.
What are you on about, Devon?
That nickname was in a predominantly white space. I'm going to be so real. Not many people are going to check him for it. And what people who would have spoken
Oh
about
my
it
God.
are going to be outnumbered. What are we doing here? Don't make it make sense for your cause.
Can I just highlight this? The only reason that my name's been brought into this is because I came into a box and wanted to protect my friend from talking about their mental health while being cam-tooed and there was beef happening. And the fact that every single one of you in Alex's comments is slagging me off because I tried to be a good person and fucking help someone, fuck you all.
And also to Kel, you've got no followers, no friends, and probably no back off. To say that no one spoke about NQ. Go on to the Observer, Delian, go on the Observer. There is a full hour plus video, the whole video, of my live yesterday where all of us here were discussing EQ. So you're welcome to go and take your little fat what's-it fingers and go and have a little read, sweetheart, all right?
Everyone was.
And no one's going to listen to your Paigey when you start like talking down and body shaming people. Why is people going to want to go and watch that? Why are people going to go and watch that live now when you've just slagged people off?
Swear to God, I'm gonna beat your blood clot.
Don't
Thank
try and
you.
stop it, please. I beg, stop
No,
it.
she's actually jarring me, bro. Stop
Sunshine,
that.
leave her alone, man. Don't
Leave
get
me
it.
alone, bro.
Normally you're very calm. Stop being all back into Angie's clique for a second. And now whatever Torian says, Sunshine, on your head, sweetheart, I can't.
Thank you. Because she's just doing too much.
It's very interesting how narratives are like being painted about how people were.
Mate, you push narratives on me and I've debunked it also.
I feel like you see us all as a collective because I know for a fact that there are people on this stage that weren't comfortable with the Congolese Alex. What are you doing here? Why are you lying?
Name them. Name them.
It straight away.
I want you to name them. Obviously, Kenzino's mum said it.
saying, and
name 'em.
it's just interesting that you never seem to see my comment, but you're quick to respond to the banter comments and make jokes and whatever. So like, they know what they're doing, you know. 'Cause I'm telling you, none of them ain't gonna come and challenge me. They're not gonna come and challenge me because they know that it's not gonna be that. You get it, and that's why they will ignore when I say something. But I will happily have a diplomatic debate with anybody that wants to challenge me on why we don't like these microaggressions being used around us. We find it offensive when.
Well, the bio was, if you know what I mean, you would have seen it, Kenzino's mum. If you didn't like the account, you would have seen it. The bio said 7.1 inch on average, which would be referencing the manhood, not taking a mick about anything to do with the black community or what's going over on the genocide in Congo. Nothing to do with that at all. It was a conversation. They was talking about my mushroom. Oh, do you know, I hate mentioning it, but anyway, talking about my manhood, right? And then someone put in the comment section, have you heard the people from the Congo apparently have got the biggest? And that's where it all started. And then I went, I'm going to change my name. I come back on an account called Congolese Alex. There you go. That's the facts.
And about the race card, Gemma, if basically if someone sends me a uni from that community right now, then I will have a race card because I haven't got one either.
We said, Hayley comment, you dusty turkey neck bitch. I'm sick of you lot as well. Your
Oi.
fucking entitlement runs bigger. You're 200 fucking fake K. Life. Who the fuck spoke on your skin colour? You prepare
1 minute, guys.
people of colour have to go through, and HC gobble 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 comes along. Who? She's in Alex's now in the comments saying all of us in this box getting camped have said the worst about her skin. Yet again, consistently pushing the narrative that we dislike YT people. Fucking
1 second, guys. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean.
Put it out there. There are 2 people in this box that are mixed race. There were 3 people in this box, 4 people in this box that are black. There is 1 person in this box that is white. So how are we going against the grain? I am half white and half black.
Has any of you spoken about Hayley's skin colour and been racist for them in calling that white and anything else? I need to know. Who is she talking about? Who the hell is she talking about in this box?
Paige, what happened was she went and fast up herself in Caribbean people business, yeah. She got cussed the F out and then she ran and got barred racism on the app. And what I'd like to ask HC, yeah, because this has been all catastrophized, she's very good at catastrophizing any little minor situation and making it.
I mean, yet again, a different topic.
Been racist to her, yeah. I want to ask her, was that the first time she's experienced racism? Oh, wait.
Your Sky would like to see how you really act. Who's Sky?
So
I'm not around people called Moon, Sun and Sky Sleeter. I'll be so for real. So whatever you think you've done your big one then, I don't... Oh, do you mean Sky, the people that I went to do a thingy for? They've watched my TikToks. That's why they called me in. That they've watched my TikToks. And we're talking about the stereotyping and allowing black people to have black spaces and not implying that calling someone a bitch has anything to do with racism. User, sweetheart.
Can I just go back to what she said in the comments when we went back to say, when you say things like this, Hayley, you're inciting racism. You're inciting those that are racist to come forward to be racist towards us. Please stop saying that we have an issue with your skin colour. There is no issue with your...
This is what this needs to stop as well. The incitement of racism. You do know racism is a choice. You can't poke someone to be racist. Please stop this now. I see it on the app too much. You cannot poke and force someone to be racist. Racism is a choice that that person chooses to make. That's what you need to understand. You can't be poked and prodded to be racist. God's sake,
because
man.
all of you chatting shit about me, I'll start reading all the DMs where you're all begging it. Oh, you're so pretty, Paige. You're so pretty, bitch.
So can I just say, look at what this has become. It's become, let's call in our allies. What are you? Okay, can I, like, you're Camturing. What are you defending? Because there's no attack, but yet it's now at a point where you're all calling in your other content creators to prove that you're not something you're not. Nobody's called you anything. That's what's funny.
I'll say this one more time, Devon, because it isn't sinking into your heads. You said Alex came in with his microaggressive racism. You state microaggression is still racism. There we go. You also said I was saying subliminal racism, which is then racism. You said it's racism, not my words, your words. So you are calling me racist, and that's as simple as it is. Stop. Don't deflect now because you're getting backlash. Just because you're getting backlash now off the back of people that you once be friends with, and they're all firing shots at you now saying you've got this whole wrong, your whole life's now a joke. Don't come firing shots at me. These are all your words. You made the choice. You did this live. The problem is you poked me, and I can debunk everything that you're saying. Just letting you know.
Anyway, are you not embarrassed? There's one for you
Embarrassed.
to
And
say.
you know what's funny? Everyone's like, oh, Paige, you called someone a bitch.
Yes, Al, you're right, bro.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something quickly. You know, these, like, they run that many lives on Hailey that they don't even remember what they've said, bro.
It happened last night, mate. Heidi's comment. There was talking about the situation last night, and it took Alicia to get in. Alicia said, "This live is not about Hailey Comment. Stop trying to make it about Hailey Comment." And then the people that are friends with certain people in boxes left the live. They don't want to sit in there and talk about racism, you know. And these are black people. They don't want to talk about it. They want to look and dig at other creators and bring people down. And this is why people say, oh, racism gets overlooked on the app. Yeah, it does. And do you know the reason why it gets overlooked? It's because of lives like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it gets overlooked.
You know, when it's a smear campaign, bro, all they see is views and opportunity to grow. But I don't think that they realise like how much damage that they do to content creators like Hailey. But Hailey has clapped back now because it's been like a continuous thing every single day. People running lives. Just disgusting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, obviously, I tried to take on Adriana's case, and I wasn't culturally appropriate enough. I wasn't melanated enough. I was too white. I was too this. I was too that. They've said it all. Then they tried to drag my 6-year-old daughter. So when we try to unite, we can't do it because we get dragged for 3 months. And then you've got someone like EQ who wants to shout the N-word. But these people have gone mad and moaned for months. Now they've lost the power. So now when people listen to them, no one takes them seriously. And you've got a real issue here of racism. And now you still want to drag it back to me when I've done nothing wrong apart from trying to help a family from Guyana. Mm-hmm. Like, and I couldn't do it because after months and months of being attacked, you're dragging my daughter, you're dragging my kids, my dead dad, all of these people sat with London Star when she was doing it. They were all part of it. Kenzino's mum posted about my 6-year-old. Paige stomped in a box about my 6-year-old because of what she said. So now that you want to have all this power, no one wants to take you seriously. You don't like Congolese Alex, but you love Jamaican Courtney. What the fuck?
It makes sense, does your hair? I'm sitting here racking my brain.
And the comment that was made, which was absolutely hilarious, was he was saying about, oh yeah, the reason why we wouldn't find it offensive is because Courtney sits in black spaces and I don't. I mean,
oh my god,
you know what I mean? Like,
Courtney's got a black dog.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? It's fucking mad.
That's what
why aren't they talking about EQ? EQ said something horrific, so why don't they do a live about that? But your hatred for me and you know, because you're a big content creator, it gets dragged into it, and then it just dilutes everything, and then nobody wants to listen anymore.
You know what? It's a well-known fact that when all the racism stuff was going on, Devon used to go into Evil Queen's lives and he used to comment and he used to watch. Somebody pulled him up on it before and he says, well, how are you meant to learn about your enemy unless you're around them? But I honestly believe he was messaging her, trying to get on a platform, etc. And I feel like that's why he doesn't talk on her, because she can come out and be like, hold on, Devon, you've done X, Y, and Z.
No. That's the reason why he ain't speaking on it, and I think it's obvious now. It's because EQ done multiple lives calling him a rapist. That's all it is. That's the facts.
When that came out,
yeah, like she was going around saying, yeah, even though, like I don't believe he is personally. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't there, and it's hard for me to like, you know, say because obviously, but me personally, I don't know the situation. It's hard to speak on, but that's what EQ was saying. He was a rapist. He was this. He was that. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why he ain't speaking on her. That's my opinion, anyway.
Okay. Everyone's too scared to speak on it. That's why they want to go live about it, but they want to drag everyone else into it. And they don't want to mention the topic they actually went live about, which is mad to me.
And they're coming for me, and the fact is, a lot of stuff can be debunked. How can we all understand? We all agree here in the live. Context is key to everything, innit?
Yeah.
It shows the point. And Kenzie and her mum, I mean, she seems alright. I've never really had a bad interaction, really, with her. But anyway, she was talking about the Congolese Alex and making out that I was racist. When the whole situation happened, right, we was in a live, it was Frankie's live, and Courtney and everyone was in there, and... there was someone brought up Alex in the chat. Someone was bringing up my manhood mushrooms. You know what it's like with the emotes. And I said, "Fucking, everyone's talking about my mushroom again." And someone had put in the chat, "Oh, have you heard about the Congolese? Congolese apparently got the biggest." So I went, "Okay, 1 minute," and I come back on an account called Congolese Alex. You know what I mean? I come back on an account called Congolese Alex, and context is key to that. But they're making out I'm racist.
But Alex, when at the time when you done this, did they call you out, or did
No,
they
I was in
have an issue with it?
No, I was on favorited with Devon after on one of the nights, and we was having a laugh about it. And I said, "What do you think about it?" And he was like, "Oh God, it's," you know what I mean. He was just saying like, "Oh, it's you, innit?" You know what I mean? Like he was laughing and joking about it. But now all of a sudden it's a problem.
That's why I don't understand. Why are they deflecting with you if it's really about what EQ did? Like what you? How long ago was it? What you did with your Congolese thing?
Oh, bloody hell, fucking hell. 10 months ago?
10 months ago, fucking hell.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's why the argument don't hold weight. If you had the issue with it, you would have pulled you up on it there and then move forward. Don't bring it up like 10 months down the line because it fits a narrative now to rub Alex out. That don't make sense.
Apparently I'm a racist now because I went Wagwan, and Devon made an absolutely horrendous and abhorrent comment when he said, "Oh my God, you know what, that is black terminology." Because I said Wagwan, that's black terminology. Well, I'm going to bring people into the live, you know, like the white Jamaican people, and they can't never speak patois. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got called racist because my coffee mugs that I print have SYM on, but it says solving your mysteries.
Thank you, Jeanette.
SYM means solving your mysteries, and I got told that I couldn't use that because it's black speak. But it's like it's just mad.
Hey up.
How you doing, Chipster?
All right,
all good, mate.
I just wanted to jump in, right, because this about the Congolese account. I know why you set that up, and that was all about penises.
Yeah,
and that's it. It was
it's in the bio, mate. It literally said in the bio. If anyone looked at the bio, it said 7.1 on average.
And Devon has sat with you while you've had that account.
I know.
Been on that account.
I was in boxes with them all.
But I wanted to point out, right? So, NJ, you could answer this.
What's up?
So, if somebody darkens their skin for a profile picture, is that not blackfacing?
Yeah.
So why is there no outrage for? And I'm not having a go at Courtney because I've got nothing against Courtney, but the Jamaican account she set up, she darkened her face and called herself Jamaican. She's not Jamaican. She's white Scottish, pale-faced. She's got her skin whiter than anybody. Yeah, as anybody. So why is that not being shouted and moaned about right now?
You know what, Chicky, that's a great point. The thing is that people in Jamaica, they would be absolutely mortified if they clocked onto that. I'm from St. Kitts, you know what I mean? I'm not even a Jamaican. But as a Caribbean person, that's disgusting. And if that was my friend, because you know a lot of the time they say, "Oh, we don't pull them up online, we do it behind the scenes." I would have pulled her up online, and then I would have had a conversation with her behind the scenes. And if I'm your friend as well, I'll be telling you for your safety, because I'm like, you can't go around doing blackface and expect people to just walk past you and say hello. People are definitely going to approach you and say something.
Yeah, so, if you look at that, I don't know if she's still got that account now, but if you looked at the profile picture that she used, she darkened her skin.
It's disgusting, and I don't care if she's your friend or not. You should be calling her out on stuff like that. But when he allows people to mock it like that, when he starts talking on stuff like that, it doesn't hold no weight, because people be like, "But hold on, you've been sitting on stage with Courtney and she's done blackface and she's changed her name to Jamaican Courtney, and you've all laughed and kikied like it's funny."
But it's about the context, isn't it? So they're saying Alex's context behind the account doesn't matter. Well, hers doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter whether they thought it were all right or not. The context is either important or it's not. If it's not important, which is what was said in that live, then they've got to call Courtney out at the same energy they're calling Alex out.
Yeah, I honestly feel like the world would be a better place if he says, "Alex, I don't like you because," instead of like hiding behind, "Oh, you've got a Congolese account, now I don't like you." Just be real.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to jump down because I'm not ready to come back yet. I'm coming back maybe Wednesday, maybe or Friday. So,
Alright, Chips, reach out if you need us.
Yeah, look after yourself, mate.
Yeah.
Hello, Chippy.
Bye,
Take care,
Corey.
Chippy.
See you, Hill. Bye. Bye, Andrew. Oh, I can't get out.
To be stuck.
Okay. I'm here, Red a minute, because I can hear the babu. Corey,
Hi.
you're right, mate.
Hello.
Hello, Haley Comet.
Hello, Corey. How are you?
Sorry, I don't like Angie.
One Corey.
Yeah, it's just the whole live. Like I said, the whole arguments have been lost because at the end of the day, look what's been said. Apparently, a white person can't say wagwan. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's only if you're black you can say that word. You know, he said about the context is not important when context is always important, and every single thing that you speak about, it's always about context. You know what I mean? So that argument's been lost. It's just all this lie's been done for is because they said he told earlier he kept advertising his live. You know what I mean?
Who said Courtney did blackface?
Chippy come in and said about darken one of the pictures or something. I don't know.
She darkened the profile picture or darkened your skin, sorry.
No, I don't know if she's edited a picture. Courtney never did blackface. What are you going on about?
Do you not think, Paige, that every single argument you've had in that live has been lost?
First of all, racism and how people receive and feel about racism is not an argument, Alex. It's not. I'm not going to argue with you, go back and forth about how we feel or how we've experienced or felt racism. That's fucking stupid.
One question: Is microaggression racism?
You've just said is microaggressive racism?
Yeah, no, answer the question.
Is that what you did? Well, yes, it's obviously a very clear answer.
Okay.
Did I call you racist in that live once? No.
Yeah, but you said Alex with his microaggression coming into the box, right? That is calling me racist.
No, not that box yesterday. I said the ones you've done before.
So you're calling me racist?
You've said racist, microaggressive racist things, so there's loads of people.
No, but you're calling me racist?
Don't be microaggressive then around black people. If it's not that deep and you're not saying racism as in you can't stand it, just like people of colour.
But you've just said that I'm not racist. But then you're
not inherently explicitly racist, no.
But you're still labelling me as a racist.
Go and do some research, Alex. Inherently and explicitly racist. Is the white Jamaicans?
Pardon? Yeah, I'm just asking you the question.
I'm not going to sit there and have this debate, Alex.
You're not going to. No, Paige. You know why? Because you know what it is.
There's about 13%.
There's a massive difference.
There's a 13% of white Jamaicans in Jamaica. Alex, are you a white Jamaican?
No.
Okay, so what was the point of your answer question?
Because Devon said that was black terminology.
No.
Yes.
He said,
no. Devon said.
Let me finish, Alex. Are you going to go over everything I say? Don't
just because you got ADHD, don't try and twist it on me.
Devon said it's Jamaican or black slander and terminology. He wasn't just talking about what you were saying either.
Yes,
he was saying Jamaican or black because it's not just Jamaican people.
No, he never. He said Alex coming into the box using black terminology. There were the words, black terminology.
Okay, so go and ask Devon about that. I'm not Devon.
But you see, this is content. This is the reason why I asked the question. This is the reason why I asked the question.
I didn't say it, Alex. I didn't say it.
But you said I'm racist. But you just said I was racist.
I said you've made microaggressive racist comments before.
Then you're calling me fucking racist.
Are you going to let me finish a conversation, Alex? You're going to ask me thousands of questions and not let me talk.
Talk then.
Thank you. In the past, you've said microaggressive things in terms of when I've been in here before in your room, you've even admitted it and you apologised and we spoke about it. So I'm really confused by your attitude and your persona behaviour now.
What things did I say?
Before when I've been upset and crying about racism and stuff, and you've said little things like, oh, well, you don't care and it's not that deep and blah, blah. We've had conversations, Alex, where you've turned around and said, I get why it's deep to you now and it's not to me. I get why I can make jokes, but you may not find them funny. We've had this convo, so I'm really confused by your narrative now.
But what are we talking about? What did I say to you?
No, I didn't call you racist today. You've said microaggressive things before in this live, and in my live you're forgetting about where you came into my box, what everyone's fucking talking about, because I got the stick for you being in there. I didn't say you was racist. So what's your point to me?
But you mentioned microaggressive, and someone said Alex coming in the box saying subliminal racial words. When you say things subliminally, you're still saying them.
Exactly. So what are you getting? So I'm not going back on what you've said and what I believe you've said in the past. Not in my box, even though you were saying things to annoy and wind up the situation. If someone was talking about the C word, or someone was talking about being great, or anyone in minority, or GAY people were talking about getting abused for being GAY, I think it's disgusting to go into a room and then make jokes about it. However, I don't really care about you that deeply, and we're not friends. And there was a bigger conversation to be had last night about EQ saying the N-word, and there was lots of black people getting upset. The whole live, Natalie, what Alex was in, was about EQ. So who's scared is my point. So I was more like, okay, I think it's really ridiculous and insulting that you come into a room 100%, but I didn't say anything to you. However, others did. And I got the stick for that today. So I'm really confused at what you're trying to ask me 1,000 questions for when I'm not Devon.
No, but the reason is because you've just said, I didn't call you racist. Yes, you have.
I didn't call you inherently racist. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you're not explicitly racist. No. Do I think you don't like black people? No. Do I think you can't be in the space of black people? No. Do I think you don't give a shit about the black people's opinions or racism as a whole to hear and listen and realise when a joke is not a joke? Yes.
Okay, then.
And if you don't like my answer, stop asking me fucking questions, Alex, as a grown man.
Okay, then. If you want to calm the tone down, we'll speak like adults.
My tone's normally fine. Don't do that because you get irate as well sometimes. People.
I do.
So
but
don't do that, Alex. Don't do that.
No, I've calmed down. That's why I haven't raised my voice now, so we can talk. So I can talk to you.
And I'm not. I'm not raising my voice.
So
I'm actually completely fine.
So I hosted a live. You remember that live that you was in there, Devon? You was arguing to get in the box and all that stuff. Remember, I hosted a live and I allowed black people in the box. I was turning down, and it's going to sound, you know. So look here.
You done the same to me a minute ago. That's what I mean. Don't do for doing.
But this is the thing. But this is the thing. I literally gave my platform, muted, and let black people come on my platform in front of 4,000 people to speak on that because no one was offering in that space. Because Miss Red was off the app, remember?
I didn't say you didn't do that. But just because you've done that doesn't also mean that you can go into a black space where someone has just half an hour before said the N-word 3 million times, whilst it's the same people that have come for their kids, etc., and their race and identity, and then make laughing jokes and think it's going to, every black person in that box is going to find it funny.
Okay, then you've done the exact same thing in Devon's live. You was talking.
That's fine.
Yeah, but you no. But listen, this is the thing. You're all digging at me. But and this is going to pain me to do this. But when you was in that live and you're talking about racism, and you jumped in the box and you spoke about a hygiene. You spoke about fucking a dusty knickers.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna argue with a racist, Alex, who told me to go back on a boat. I'm not gonna waste my breath as a woman of colour.
But you did the same thing.
Going through racism every day. Who has black sons? Okay, predominantly nearly full black sons. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with someone who screams, I don't like white people when I'm half white. I'm not going to sit there and tell when people that go back onto your banana boats, go row your boat. I'm not going to waste my good time doing anything but trolling them. Do you think they deserve to be educated or decent or have the respect for a decent conversation from a black person that they're being racist to?
But that's the reason why you come for me, because it was a serious conversation.
I haven't come for you once. I got come for because of you.
Can I speak, please? Can I speak? I've been letting you talk. You've come for me, or say, okay, you and amongst others have come for me because it was a serious conversation and I come in there with jokes, right? Yeah.
I didn't come for you. I actually defended you. It's what you're pissing me off for. I got come for today. This all started this live because they had to go at me. Me and Devon fell out even because I was saying it's not that deep to me, Alex's comments. There's bigger fish to fucking fry. So yet again, I'm very confused by this that you're doing now. I'm not Devon. They all had to go at me today. I just said, yes, there have been microaggressions that Alex said. Is this why you're all getting pissed off? Is this why, because when he's in here and you can't physically take him seriously or you don't want him around you, I can ignore all that from Alex and have him in my box.
Okay,
so I don't get what your point is here.
I've got. Do you know what? Every point that you've had, or you and your friends have had in that boxes, I've debunked very fast and made you look very stupid.
That's amazing for you.
Do you know what? Do you know what the problem is, Paigey? Is the fact is now you said you had no problem with it. Now all of a sudden you've got a problem with it because your friends are having a go at you.
I still don't have a problem with it. I'm arguing in the comments saying that I didn't. The whole main point has been dragged, and now you've done your little live, and everyone's getting involved. This person spoke on me. No one spoke on fucking no one. I did a whole 3-hour live yesterday about EQ.
I was live already.
Everyone's screaming why wasn't EQ mentioned. Why have you not corrected them? You was in my live while we were talking about EQ.
I was live already.
No, Alex, listen to what I just said. Even in your comments, it's about Alex, not EQ. Was you not in my live about EQ? Was the live not about EQ and our minions? Yes or no?
When I got in there, I didn't come in straight away from this.
Alex, my live with the picture on it that you was in, it had a whole fucking picture next to it.
Yeah. You mentioned EQ on there.
It was about EQ.
Yeah,
so we're not going on about you. It's been deflected on.
Hello?
bullshit weird reason, and people are even coming for me. The whole live was about EQ. It was about EQ. It was about the people that follow EQ, and it was about EQ Minx and all these people that expect us people of colour. They say it's safe to be in your rooms, and we now don't feel like it's safe to be in there. That's who I was calling out.
Well, all I've heard is Alex.
That's how you was. I let you in my box. I wasn't rude to you. We had a laugh in my box. So you sitting there going, "Oh, you and all your friends," when I've been made to feel the type of way as well. You're deflecting and making this about you.
No,
Get the whole convo then and go back to EQ.
It's what you on about. You made it.
You're
about
doing what they're doing.
No,
There's
no,
no difference.
Paige, what are you on about?
And what Devon's doing,
I was named.
There's no difference.
I was named multiple times.
So was Devon in the comments. So was I.
What are you on about?
No, but I'm not going to sit down and run a live up now and make it not about EQ. Like
I didn't run a live. I was already live. What are you on about? I went live after
Alex,
Miss Red.
You're talking about it. Are you cam-2ing or discussing Evil Keen's racism last night? Are you sitting there watching Devon talk about you?
Why should I? Yeah, here's a question for you.
Everyone cares about themselves until their name's mentioned. And I'm sorry, it's true. Me included.
You're not doing this in this live.
You're saying, why is everyone not talking about EQ? Why are you doing this? Why are you talking about that? But you're doing the same thing.
Do you know the last
so
time?
We're all hypocrites then, no? Everyone sat here now is a hypocrite then.
Right, let me tell you now, right? You know what it is? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just make it... The reason why I'm not mentioning Evil Queen is because the last time I held a space for black creators and people in the audience to come up into the boxes and speak how they've been affected by previous racism, I got branded saying... And dragged across the app saying, why is there a white guy hosting a live about racism? You know what I mean? I was targeted. So the
it must be really hard. It must be hard.
But you see, look here, you're patronising.
Oh, you make jokes. What's the difference?
Yeah, no, but the thing is, my feelings are invalid. No, my feelings are invalid. Just because you want to be the most talkative in the room, the loudest in the room, doesn't mean...
I can't make a joke now, but you can make a joke in a black space where people were crying about people saying the N-word.
Oh, but you never had an issue. You never
I thought it was quite funny, but I can't make a joke now in your space because it's about you.
No, you never had, like you said, you never had an issue last night about it. Now all of a sudden it's an issue.
No, but so why have you got an issue now?
Because you're literally talking about it, and I'm bringing it up.
No, I just said, oh, it must be hard. I made a joke, like you did yesterday, yeah?
But this is...
When in my box.
But you're joking about a situation. When I went in there and I started...
None of you have mods, shut up.
When I jumped in there when I come in your live last night, the conversation was dying down a little bit, wasn't that?
No, are you joking?
Everyone was. Do you know what? I'll play the live when actually the boxes. No one was talking.
It's on the Observer, guys. Go
and watch it on the Observer. Go and watch it on the Observer. When I jumped into the box last night, there weren't really much talking. It was people being quiet, and there was a couple of people talking.
Anyway, I only come in here to say about the blackface thing. That's actually all I come in here for because I don't like people lying on or making. People say about the race card all the time. The race card. So that works both ways. You can't put racism on someone when there's nothing even slightly happening. That's also offensive to black people. So Courtney and her blackface, I want to see the proof. I want to see the evidence because she never did it, and there was no darkening of a photo.
Yeah, here's one more thing before you go, Paige. Would you say context is key on every single thing that we talk about?
Context and relevance, not always, no. Sometimes just learning when to be a bigger person in terms of serious conversation.
Okay. No, I always think context is always key, right?
That's fine, but Alex, you can do that. That's okay.
So if I'm getting labelled a racist because of an account that I had called Congolese Alex, right? And Devon and everyone else was in them boxes when I was on
answer. I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, right. And it was all to do with, everyone knows what it was about. Even Courtney knows about it. Devon was unfavourited with me laughing about it.
So this is Devon and Courtney's combo.
Yeah, but this is what I mean.
You've done that.
But this is what I mean. Context is key, and it was all to do.
No, but it's not context. I didn't comment on that. I didn't know you did that. I haven't commented on you. I don't care a fuck about Congolese for all Jamaican Courtney. That's nothing to me. I'll be so real. That in the grand scheme of racism and what's actually being affected by people of colour on this app and in the real life, you being Congolese Alex and Courtney being Jamaican Courtney, that doesn't mean that. No, that's not what was important to me. I didn't care. I didn't mention that on you or on her because I don't think that's relevant. I don't get why you're asking me. I didn't say it. It's Devon. Go and ask Devon. I came in here about the blackface and then you've asked me 1,000 questions. I'm happily to admit it to you because we have had combos and we do talk. That's fine. But I'm not Devon. So what? I don't care that he was Congolese Alex. So if I don't care, why do I care about the context? Selective outrage. I'm a person of colour and people are screaming the N-word saying they're going to do this and that and lynch my children.
Talk about them then.
Selective. If I choose to care about Alex,
where's Courtney then in all this?
If I choose not to be Alex and care about Congolese Alex, but that means I'm selecting now my fucking blackness. Are you guys all right?
But the thing is,
you're all little followers. It's really sad, little minion followers. Because as soon as if Alex was on my side, you'd all love me. And
no,
it happened before.
difference of opinion, so that they're not
They
irrelevant.
would all love me, Alex.
But they're not
When I was
irrelevant. The
being
difference,
nice to me,
just because difference
they
of
loved
opinion
me.
doesn't make them
They
irrelevant.
loved me, mate. They loved me when I was in it. When you liked me, we was having a joke. All the comments were paying just so funny, and now because they think I'm going against you, they don't like me. You're minions, and it's why I will never take heed. I'm not one of these people that fucking cares about a platform. I'm not going to take heed of you people in the comments. I'll be so real. Like none of you actually pay my bills.
Well, Paige, the other time when they did come for you was crying though.
Huh?
The last time when we was on this kind of live, when I was in this
about
live,
racism, yeah, because I don't have to be
you
racist.
came up and you was like, everybody in the comments are thick anyway, so I don't care what they think. And then after you were saying that nobody listens to you because you don't have a platform.
From this side, people know, people listen. I don't need, and I was crying. And do you know what made me think? I felt so stupid, NJ, because first and foremost, this is the internet. Why am I even thinking and getting upset and crying because some random people don't get my point of view or don't get my heart?
Mm-hmm.
That's so silly. So I got over that, NJ, very quickly. That was dumb of me. I don't need to be liked. And the art of like learning to not be liked or caring about not being liked is very big for the ego. It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good because when I'm not caring about what minions think, especially when I'm being racially gaslit, but I'm also getting called a jungle bunny in my fucking DMs and they're going to come and lynch my children, that's a bit more like, maybe I should get more upset about that instead of some comment, some random barber with no account, no followers and no picture saying that they don't want to be educated by me. I've also realised that no one has to listen to my education. You're not paying me and I'm not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think I need to educate you all for free? Why can't you all educate each other or the internet?
That's true. You can't educate ignorance. Anyway.
I don't need to educate anyone. No one has to take my education and no one has to listen. So when the same way I've stopped trying to do the educational thing, you stop fucking calling me out. What do you think about this?
If I'm going to be honest with you,
what do you think about that? I think fuck all, mate.
You yourself, I'd actually probably listen to when it comes to education on black culture. But I'm on black community and your experiences. But a lot of these people, I don't want to forget this. A lot of your friends that are in these comment sections here and also in the actual boxes, I wouldn't listen to because their arguments are getting lost in transit.
You don't need to listen to anyone, and they don't need to be taken.
Exactly, then so they shouldn't be giving a shit about my opinion and my wording and whatever I say.
Just because you don't need to listen to anyone, does that mean that no one can be offended by anything ever? Then is that what we're saying?
Okay, was anyone offended last night in them boxes that when I come up?
I just said I got attacked. Just because I wasn't in the grand scheme of them, like in a big grand scale, doesn't mean that they can't be, Alex. We're not all the same people. We're not all the same black person with all the same brain. We're not all have the same
exactly, and I pointed that earlier in Devon's live when he was saying talking about the black community, and I said you can only speak about your individual experiences, and if you're offended, you can't speak across the board. You can't.
Exactly, and he did that.
No, he never. Devon was the one saying I'm basically talking about black people. You know, you can only speak about yourself and as an individual because there's a lot of people in my room and there was laughing. There was going, "Wagwan, that's not bloody a racist. I'm not find that offensive at all."
So why are you directing it towards me now? I'm not Devon.
No, but
I'm literally not Devon. I can't answer for Devon. I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, Devon said he speaks for the whole black community, so I was just like, you know.
Well, I'm telling you that he doesn't. The same way I don't. When everyone's pressuring me, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that? People want to sit there and say Paige, not the face of race, but you all fucking run to me and pressure me in lives to try and like antagonise me. To be like, what do you think of this then? What do you think of that then? I thought I won. I thought you didn't care. Why are you all asking me in comments?
It was like last night. Like I know it weren't nothing to do with you, and it weren't nothing to do with obviously Alicia pointed out. There was people that was coming in that was normally I don't know who the person's people was, but they tried to make the live about Hayley comment, did they not?
In the comments, and what did me?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You was corrected straight away, and this goes to show.
Shut up about I've run people's name through the mud. Shut the fuck up. Anything I've said, this lady said just the same backwards. It's just tit for tat at this point. No one's gone and screamed at each other or tried to bring people down. I haven't sat doing hate lives every fucking day. When people brought it up, even today, I've got screenshots of where someone's cussing out Hayley in the comments and the kids, and I'm literally going mad at them and I've blocked them because why are you bringing up kids? So this is the narrative you don't need to stop doing, grouping every fucking one together. A bunch of girls may have had an issue with Hayley. What the fuck has that got to do with me? Because I had 3 opinions. And you're trying to drag it out of me now.
Paige, what was your stance on that though? Was you having conversations with Hayley Comment's daughter making the comment?
Yeah.
What was your stance? Was you in the live with the people?
You went to Strat's live and talked about Tory.
I didn't. First of all, don't know your kid's name. Never cared. Never did know. And number two, all I said was, it's not the kid's fault. Anytime a kid says anything, like when a kid is born racist, whether they've heard it or not from anywhere, it's about how we handle it as parents afterwards. That's the most that I've said. Where have I spoke about your kid? Show me now.
All right, let's.
No. Let's just have a normal
I don't know her name. I don't care to know her name.
I'm like London Star. I'm like this.
Come
Show
on, man,
me
Paige,
where I've
let's
cussed
just
out
have a
your
normal
kid.
convo, man.
I didn't say you cussed out my kid. I said you had opinions on my kid. But you're the first person to go, people are dragging my kids, but you're the first person to jump in the box and talk on my kid. And I don't care.
Show me, Hayley. Show me, please. Show me, please,
Why don't
Hayley.
you just drop your fucking attitude and actually
Why can't you drop your fucking attitude when you're trying to be saviours in places that don't need you to save?
You're always the
sweetheart.
one saying white people this, white person that. You whites, and you're always doing it.
I say you whites, do I?
You always say
Hayley,
you whites
don't piss me off because you know I've seen your fucking
You
WhatsApp.
always do it, Paige.
Shut up. You know I've seen
Who
your
are you
WhatsApp.
talking to?
You know
Who
I've
the
seen your
fuck are you
WhatsApp.
talking to?
Some people are so comfortable singing the N-word. Some people are so fucking comfortable and then it's a problem
Your
to come to
attitude
me.
is disgraceful. Like even
Your
the way you
attitude's
talk to the
disgraceful. So
comments.
is ours. Womp.
You even the way
Yours
you
is
talk to the
mine
comments,
shit.
like
Yours is
everyone else
shit, mine shit.
stupid, like you're the only one with any education.
What now?
Well, can we just
What
talk?
now?
Can we just talk as adults? I feel a bit.
When have I
hypocrite
said
now,
you whites? Because yet again, making a mixed race person who already gets enough stick and the narrative that I don't like white people is going around on this app, and now you're trying to even put it in and shove it in there more. Show me where I've said you white and show me where I've cut.
I'm just saying, if you actually can have a normal conversation with people without making people calling them dumb or educated.
I didn't
just
call
have
you
a
dumb once.
conversation
I
as a
didn't call
human
you dumb.
being,
I'm
man.
asking you a question, Hayley. Where have I said you white and where have I cussed your kid? Please show me.
You said something in the comments.
I said you whites. Can you please get it up then? Because people I'm sure are screen recording. Please, can I show me where I said you whites? Please. I'm actually genuinely serious. Please. Show me, please.
Another thing is as well, you know, obviously I understand the YT thing like that, but that's normally.
You know why we say that, Alex?
Yeah.
Because you say.
Yeah, but I understand that in text base because obviously it's like, you know.
Alex, if I say I get nanaed 24/7, I can't even say. I don't even like saying black. I have to do it quickly. That's why I don't even say. I say people of colour. Have you not noticed? Because if you say the actual race of anyone's race, you get nanaed. I normally say people of colour.
You can say white, you can say black. I've said it loads of
I
times.
think it might just be selective because I've used white and black plenty of times and nothing has ever happened.
Never ever.
Never happened.
I got black. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do now? Because this is another thing. I'm managed by TikTok, and a year ago, while I was on Laura's platform, the same thing that you're talking about, I got it back saying, because I'd said black and white and it had an interpretive speech in terms of my racism poetry, I got banned 3 times in one day. And it said that was the reason why.
I'm not saying you haven't, but I personally haven't. Me personally, I've
Yeah, that's different things. EQ can sit there and say the N-word, Alex. I'll guarantee if you said it once, you might get nanaed. But she can say it 4 times and not.
I've never personally been. Obviously, I do FYP, so obviously I come across clips on a daily basis where people are saying.
Anyway, where have I said YT, please, Hayley? And where have I cussed out your kid? I'm genuinely, because this is now going to put the narrative out there, like EQ and that was, that I dislike white people when I'm half white myself. Please show me where I say you white, etc., etc. All of the terminology that just come out of your mouth, because you said you don't like it when all these girls sit on a box and lie about your name for no reason. They can't have a conversation. So please, can you show me? Where
I don't screen record loads of random stuff, Paige. All I'm saying to you is if you literally...
No, give me an example. Give me an example. There must be more of an example.
You did get in Strat's box to talk on Tory. That's what I said. I didn't say you
what,
did.
in a negative way?
I didn't watch it. I just knew that.
But you're bringing it up and saying I'm talking about your kid when I actually backed you and your kid up in a way saying it wasn't your child's fault. So I'm saying it's not your child's fault, and I'm the bad one here. Okay, cool. So what about the you white?
In general, no one should be talking on anyone's children.
Yeah, but no kid should be saying on you. Like, let's be respectful as parents. Even my kids in the room, there's not going to be a chance where they'd even say something irate or upsetting to offend people in the same room. But that's a different combo.
What I did was I muted and I talked to her. She came on and apologised and it was done. And I educated in that moment. You've got to say, Paige, as a mum, like we're educating as we go, don't we?
Yeah, that's great. I didn't question you on that. That's the worst thing. Everything I've spoken about you has not been about your kids. Ever.
Okay, that's fine. And like I just said...
But where have I said you whites, please? Can you please give me an example? Because this narrative is now going to get spread. I'm going to get hate comments and abuse, Hayley, in my DMs because you've just said I said all you whites, etc. Please explain
You
where.
won't let me speak, Paige, so it's really hard to answer a question when you just talk all over me all the time.
I'll mute. Go on.
I said you were saying it on that platform there where we were all watching. And it's sometimes when you respond to the comments, that's the things you kind of say.
I was saying you whites. I'll get Devon to download this live. Hold on, let me
You
check
say you YT people, you do, yes.
I said the YT people, yeah, as in white. I can't even say, 100%. I didn't say you white.
It's just a different way of saying it.
When did I say you white or you lot of white? Let me go ask Devon to download this live.
You said you YT people all the time. That's what I just said.
But you've said it when you was sitting with us and said the same things.
No, I just say white. I would talk about what we're talking about.
Yeah, and you
Why
said
would I
white,
say-
or you'd say YT. When you was hanging around with us, you did say YT, don't lie. When you were sitting with Elise and all of us in the box, you said the same thing.
But
What's the difference now?
she's a white woman.
I'm half white, so am I, Alex.
Yeah, but
Because
you're not
I'm on the outside.
you're not
Oh my God,
understanding
this
what
is I
people are.
believe. You lot are actually crazy. So she can say white as a white woman, but I'm half white. I'm literally white. Just because I'm brown on the outside, my heritage and my ethnicity is half and half. So I can't say white as half white, but
Okay, here's a question for you
All
then.
right,
So-
sorry, Alex, I didn't know. No worries.
Yeah, so when I jumped in your box yesterday and said, "Oh, I don't like white people," being a white person, no one really had an issue with that, really, did they? Same thing.
Alex, what did I say on the live? I said, "Shut up! Don't say that," because you know my mum's white, and I made a joke back to you, so it was light-hearted. So you
Yeah,
didn't get trolled.
exactly. Then, but I don't care if I get trolled.
Yeah, but I did, because you don't care. But it was my platform, Alex. It was my live. I didn't want you to be trolled in that live in that moment because that's not what it was about. It wasn't about you then, and I still said something. So she can say whitey because she's a white woman, but I'm half white and I can't.
But you
I never said that.
No, you didn't, Hayley. Alex did.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm half white when it suits me. These kind of comments are disgusting. The fact that you're all talking about my heritage and my culture is crazy. And then people that are not part of ethnicities or cultures that are being attacked can sit there and say the most. It's everyone's skeleton is white, and this is Alex. I can't. You don't know. Hayley, you should know yourself. NJ, you're a man of colours, you should know yourself. And Hayley, you claim to be an ally and do all of these things. These kind of comments, etc. And the narratives that you're now trying to put out is ridiculous. And it's silly. You've even said about me talking to your child, and you've just said you didn't even hear what I said. And if you heard, I was actually backing your flipping child. Not you, but I was backing your child. No child needs to be called a name, and no child is born racist. It's obviously a hard thing. So I don't know what the fuck your problem is. I'll be real.
This is why I asked you, because as an educator, there could be a time where a young kid says an outlandish thing, and it is for us to.
I said that though, NJ. I'm done talking, but I said that. That's
I know,
why I'm not
Paige,
gonna keep going on about it.
let me finish, please. You know what it is?
Yeah, of
Looking
course,
in
Lou.
outside, when you see 4, 5, 6, 7 grown-ass people, man, talking on a 6-year-old child, regardless if you like the mum or not, it's distasteful. I don't care what anybody says.
And I didn't cuss her, so why am I being called upon a stage?
I didn't say you did.
3.3k.
One minute. I've just said anyone's free to jump up. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's saying, can you let someone in to support Paige? I'm looking for the guests.
I don't need support.
No, I can't see no one's requested.
I'm fine, guys. If I'm scared or if I felt sad, I'd leave. If my mental health is at detriment, I'm a grown adult who is very aware of my behaviour. If I was sad or I couldn't handle it, I would just click the X because I pay my own Wi-Fi bill when I'm an adult. I don't sit there getting traumatised and triggered and then stay in these spaces and moan about it. I'm very confused.
Here we go.
I didn't speak. Oh, you lot are weird. Do you know what? I won't defend kids either then. Let everyone run ragged on people's kids. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, is that it? Does anyone else want to call me Hayley? Anything else you want to call me out on? NJ, Alex? Are we done? Can I go? Are we done?
I just thought it was a conversation.
Okay, no, a conversation where you call me out on 2 things and I've answered
How's the
you. And you've still
conversation
not
on
once
fucking
actually
one?
said sorry even for trying to bring up and imply that I was cussing at your kid on a live, which I really wasn't. Because 1 minute you watched it, Hayley, and then you said you didn't watch it. That's...
Yeah, you know, there's been 3 months of hate lives. You sit on loads of them. You literally.
I've sat on 3 when about Adriana. When you've gone on your live and said, Paige, don't even claim Guyana. She didn't fucking speak to no one in Guyana, the lying little bitch. Is she even Guyanese? As a mixed-race person and a Guyanese woman, of course that offended me, Hayley. Do you want me to close my mouth? Do you think you're superior that I can't respond back also? But I've not sat there for hours, no. I've not sat there for hours on these hate lives when they're talking about random shit. I don't care. But you saying that I don't claim Guyana whilst dealing with Adriana Young's case is disgusting to me. And I'm allowed to have that.
Yeah, and I'm allowed to have that opinion when I was trying to do the right
I'm not
thing.
crying at you. I'm not sitting in the
Please
box
let someone else speak. How can I say anything back if you never let me talk?
You really don't want me talking to you,
It's boring.
Oh, God.
Shut up.
I'm
Adriana.
just here to say again.
Why have you jumped up to say, baby? Yeah.
I'm just here for Paige because you're not all going in on us at once.
No, I was live doing my normal live, and I get a message saying that Devin and everyone's talking about me, so I came to it. So all this stuff about, we fired up a live to go back, that's a lie. There's thousands
You
of people.
shouldn't have a halfway point then as a live.
What do you mean a halfway point? I think I've debunked
You've got
everything.
people in here over both sides. So you need to choose Alex, basically.
I'm fine. I just don't like being called out. And Hayley, that's really upset me and wound me up because you all sit there and claim to have not faced narratives and you can have conversations, but you want to sit there, gaslight and lie on my name and then expect me to have a calm reaction. That's your entitlement. But you've gone on your live and spoke about people's kids and people being called strippers because people didn't like the way you handled a case. But when you're coming for my heritage, I can't be a bit uppity or I can't have an issue or an opinion. That is crazy.
But who's coming at your heritage? I ain't.
Hayley came for my heritage, and that's when I said I didn't go into a hate live. I spoke up 3 times on people's lives instead of doing my own, where you spoke on my heritage, but you're crying about how you handled a fucking case. But my whole heritage, the woman that just fucking passed away, my granny, who was literally bred and born me into being a Guyanese girl. I'm not Guyanese. I don't speak to my family in Guyana. And I just
can't
talk
speak.
shit.
I'm not allowed to speak to say what I meant, so you carry on.
I'm muted for ages. You just went on pause to text someone.
Right. All I'm going to say is, in that situation, right, she got dragged. Hayley got dragged for the stuff that she did. A lot of people...
I'm not talking about that, Alex. I'm not London Farmers.
Yeah, but all I'm going to say is she got... Yeah, I'm not... Okay, you can talk about your heritage, of course you can. You know what I mean? And no one's digging you out for it. But what I'm saying to you is, that whole situation, she got dragged and she got made out to be a scam artist. And then when all that got debunked, instead of people going, you know what, let's hold our hands up now, people was going, oh yeah, but she did this, I didn't agree with this.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Instead of actually saying, you know what, people say we can all be adults and hold our hands up and say, you know, admit fault. In that situation, there's people that could have gone live and gone, you know what, I made a mistake. Hayley, I'm sorry I called Hayley a scam artist, but I still don't agree with what she did here. But that wasn't the case.
But that's not me.
No,
it's
but
not me, so I don't get why you're all putting it on me.
No, I'm not putting it on you. I'm just saying this is the reason why all that escalated. You know, the arguments amongst people trying to talk about
because
serious...
they started.
It's not the defence though, Alex. That's what I mean. You can't...
Wait, so because they started, I'm responsible. I had a criminology perspective. That's all I had of Hayley. We have the same fucking degree and I'm Guyanese. So the case that she was talking about, I'm obviously, pop off. The case she was talking about, I'm obviously having an opinion. So now, yet again, you're all putting me in the same narrative as every other fucking black girl and this is what winds me up. Alex, you don't want to be put onto something and then you're sitting there doing it, but I can't.
No, you're free to do whatever you want. Of course you are.
So what's the difference then? I'm so confused.
You're confused.
Who do you agree with, Alex? Because it's giving confusion.
And what part of the Hayley page you think?
Yeah.
I agree with
there is no right or wrong. We just went for each other and that's the end of it.
Alex, can I say something for a second? I don't think it's, and I'm not trying to go against you, baby, because I know we've had bickers in the past, but I don't think it's fair when he's holding the platform for everybody to talk and have this discussion to say you have to pick a side. He's been fine with Paige and Hayley.
No, I call this live a halfway point. Okay. He has a lot of different people in his comments.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's literally what an FYP page is about, and you're putting him on the spot in front of 3,500
Baby, the thing is, I've been labelled racist.
But not by me.
When
Can you also putting it on me? The only one that come over and had an actual conversation because you don't like how loud my mouth is. I'm not shouting, which is another thing. We'll ignore those.
Honestly, Paige, this is what I'm trying to get. You're saying that no one labelled me racist, but you did.
I didn't. I said I didn't label you explicitly racist. I said you've had microaggressive racism. You've said microaggressive racist things that made me feel uncomfortable. We've had combos about it, Alex. Me and you ourselves before.
But that's you labelling me a racist.
Alex, you agreed yourself. I'm sorry. Go about 6 months back.
But what?
In your life, when I was getting
they may not need to be here, but who the fuck was here for Paige Joss?
But I'm saying I didn't sit there and say you dislike black people. And even Devon said you're not racist. But I'm saying in that live, I kept saying it is not about Alex. They all had a go at me this morning for letting you up in the first place. But I'm the one that called you racist. But I'm getting the stick for you being in my box too. Make it make sense. Come on.
But take it up on the people that are giving you grief, not the other people.
I did, Alex. So why are you taking it up with me, with the people that are giving you grief?
I'm taking it up on you because I'm the one being labelled. My name's being mentioned.
Alex, so was I. So was I this morning, but I didn't have a go at you. I didn't come in here saying how.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. You can go on your platform and scream about it exactly like I'm doing on my platform.
No, you didn't get what I just said. I didn't take it up with you. What other people put onto me about you being.
No, but I've watched you slag me off.
If you think that's slagging off, then bloody hell, mate. You like what the fuck?
You basically. Do you know what? Blaster's going to put it all out there. You basically
put it out there, Alex. I don't care. First of all, we're not partners. We're not lovers. We're not nothing. So it doesn't really matter what our stance is, type thing. But also, like, it's not that deep. You can have an opinion on me and it not be slagging off because it's your opinion. I'm so baffled. Like, what do you think this is?
Calling me a wrong-un is basically the same.
When did I call you a wrong-un? Half your people. I said your chat, half your chat, because you don't have a team.
Yeah,
one of the main things I did say is you don't have a solid team for yourself. A lot of your people that come from where you've gone and done this and that and everywhere else, and there's loads of hate in your life. So whether you act like a wrong or not is not the point. It's the point of the discussion was the racism that black people have just endured. But yet again today, it's all about Alex, it's all about Angie, it's all about everyone but people of colour who have literally heard EQ sit there and scream the N-word. And I love that for us. I love that we can have one full day by actually having a conversation about racism instead of it going everyone else. No wonder Sip's left. He left because he likes pussy, darling. Can
I just refresh people's memory as well? Alex made an AI on Marcel.
Yeah, I did.
Paige, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, because I'm tired. I need to go.
Was that racist as well? Because I showed people the what I typed in AI to show what I did.
Alex, it was fucking disgusting, Alex.
So okay then, because it come out as a skinny black man, right? No. What?
Can't say that. No.
You're not asking me though, are you, Alex? Because stop asking me everything.
I think you know what? At the end of the day, you two both had your back and forth. But why are we unearthing this now? Have you two not sorted your issues out?
This is what I'm trying to say. Alex has a problem.
Come on, man. Let's stop unearthing old shit.
Nah. Do you know what? I'm going to answer this now because it's going to make everyone look very stupid, right?
Okay.
You know, you think it is funny, isn't it? You know what? Because I put that in a thing and I showed the video that come up with Marcel. Yeah, okay. You brought it up. Did you see what Marcel did? The lives on me. He typed in fat white man, white man. Yeah. And he showed Michelin Man. He was going fat white guy. I hate fat white people that come onto this platform talking about racism. That's what Marcel said. He doesn't like fat white people.
I don't get along with Marcel. I don't talk to him. So what has that got to do with me, Alex?
He got brought up. No.
He brought it up.
Wait.
Fucking shout too.
I'm not shouting.
Baby A just asked. Sorry, T. Let me just.
No, go on, my boy. Yeah, go on.
Paige, when you were just up here a minute ago, did you feel attacked?
No, I felt gaslit. I don't feel attacked like I'm scared. I can't really be bullied, but was I gaslit? Yeah, 100%. And was there narratives being put on purpose, knowing what the narratives been put out there? 100%. This is what happens when you can run a cult though and have a big following and a big background. Of course, the thing is with you people, if this person, let's just use the comments for instance, if Hayley likes me, you're not going to love me. If Hayley hates me, you're just not going to hate me. And that's what you've been saying. So I know the narratives and I don't really care because it's TikTok. Do you get it? If Hayley likes me, you're not going to love me. That's literally it. Like, I don't feel attacked, but I do feel like Hayley's comment, for instance, you spoke on my daughter, you in a negative way, but then admitted that she wasn't in the live. So she didn't know what my narrative was talking to her daughter.
But she's going to listen. But she's going to listen to her people. If someone
exactly, thank you. Yes, Alex. Exactly.
This is why receipts are important.
Yeah,
people, man.
But this is what we're trying to say. If someone from Hayley's community that she trusts has said to her, obviously she's going to take it as gospel. She might not know the context. That's life. That's TikTok. We do that all the time.
No, it's not TikTok because people cry when she does it to her.
Well, she's entitled to feel a certain way.
Found out. Oh my god, the selectiveness is crazy. And if you
don't even talk about selectiveness.
If you can't do a selective based on our friends, mate, that's crazy because context happen the same way. You're asking for context over a word.
I don't talk.
People are asking for context over a child who is not here no more.
No, don't talk.
It's wild.
No, we're not talking about. We're not talking about context because context is never.
You just said context.
No, we're not talking about context no more. Context isn't key, you know what I mean?
Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a the days you deserve. I'm gonna just continue being the cute, loud, pretty girl I am. Like you can't stand. Kiki, you love me when Hayley loves me. Shut your mouth. It's hilarious. Just have a really good day, Alex. Stop whinging. I'm not Devon. I can't answer the questions you want me to answer. I'm sorry. I actually can't. I don't know what you want from me. But I'm actually not Devon, and I got cussed out for you being in my box also today.
But that doesn't that show...
Paige, when you go over there, Paige, maybe ask Devon to come over here.
Maybe don't that show though.
Go over there and Alex go over there. They don't want to speak to each other. So what do you want me to do?
Don't that show a lot though that about control. People jumping on you for not standing up because they didn't agree with something.
They didn't like how I handled things, and they're allowed to as well. I'm allowed to not be liked, Alex. People are allowed to have an opinion that's negative on me.
But why get called out on live if they're your friends?
And that's exactly the combo I had with them.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, and I've had it without screaming or making someone go, oh, by the way, you don't like this person, don't like that, or making up lies.
If you're calling out your friends on live, right, for an argument, it just shows that they're not really bothered about the situation. They're more bothered about, trying to...
They're not bothered about the situation, or they're more bothered about the situation and less bothered about the friendship, Alex.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's probably the best way.
No, it's not the same thing. Maybe he's more bothered about racism than he is about my friendship, and that's okay.
I disagree with the situation.
I prefer it to be like that, to be honest.
No, but I'd agree on that situation because at the end of the day, he sat with me he sat me in boxes with me while I was on the Congolese Alex account and never said anything.
Okay, but then that's not me yet again. Back to it being not me.
No, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? This is why.
You can just say, but don't say to me, please.
But you was pulled up by him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Pulled up by multiple.
Well, that's the only. Yeah, but that's the only person I've seen because it was done on.
Okay, but that's the only person. That's fine for you. What has that got to do with me?
Are you not listening? I'm saying that the only person I've seen pull you up was Devin in that situation on a platform, and that's the reason why. That's why I mentioned it.
Jan, I love your denim skirt, Jan. It's really cute. I love it. I love the little slit at the front. It's really adorable. Sorry, I can't help it. Alex, you like to go in and troll in real serious situations, and I think it's crazy that you won't even allow people's opinions to have a little troll when this is not serious. Racism is a lot more serious than you being called something that from one person that you said you don't even like or care about was not relevant. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there's real serious things going on. Like the DMs, I'm going to give me like your Insta or something, or even a burner, and I'll show you, Alex, the past 24 hours, because I was speaking about Evil Queen. I'll show you the comments that I've got in my DMs.
What?
And accounts as well. Let me actually show you though, because that's why people get upset. What you're not realizing is I get it, and you can, because even certain people, I can handle your jokes yesterday, but when people are getting more at that one time, or you're getting your traumas being drugged out, and you're getting thinking, Nanny K, who cares about racism and DMs? Wow, Nanny K, that is crazy. Not shocked, not surprised, but it's still terrible.
Hi, Alex. Can I just speak?
Yeah, carry on.
I'm of mixed race, and I'm born in Liverpool. I'm of mixed race, and all this racism. I get called Dolly Mixture. I love it. I take it as a term of endearment. I've been on your lives, never had any racism against me. I think some people just take it as a chip on the shoulder sometimes.
I agree. Some people can feel offended, and that's up to them as well, as Log said. But when people are saying that they're talking about as a whole the black community, and that's never true, because you can only speak about you as an individual, because how your experiences are. Everyone's experience as a black person must be different. You know what I mean?
How am I being too sensitive? This is crazy. Yeah, 100%. Exactly, Alex. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't offended necessarily. I understood exactly what everyone in that box was saying about what you do and the joke and why it's not appropriate. I understood. However, just because I understand doesn't mean I also have to take offence. And I didn't take offence. So I don't get why when I've come in here, all of your little comments, and you've called me this and you called me that, it's not been the point at all. That's not been all day I've been screaming, can we get back to EQ? All day. I did the live yesterday about EQ. So I'm really confused as why everyone's putting everything on me. You say that I'm not the face of racism, but yet you're all asking me 100 questions about every black person on the app. I don't get it. I don't understand, Alex.
Do you know the reason why? It's because you're the only person that come over from that live. That's the reason why.
No, even in the other live I was getting at the
most. I'm not raising my voice, yeah? Come on.
I'm not raising my... Alex, listen, I've got a very projective voice. I'm a very performative girl. Nothing to do with my race. I'm a performative person. Yeah, I've got a loud voice. If you want me to shout and show you shouting, because this is not shouting, I'm just being I'm passionate. I've just got my mouth's loud anyway. I can't physically turn down my decibels on my natural speaking voice. And if you don't like it, womp, get over it. Do you know what I mean? Comments just turn your phones down for a minute. If you don't like me talking, just turn your phone down or leave. That's it. And all you people tell me to control my attitude. None of you are fucking feeding my financing me. Why do you all think you can tell me how to be?
Paige, you've gone from you don't care about the comment section to answering every single comment against them.
I will answer all of them because the entitlement of me. I'm allowed to answer.
Yeah, but you obviously
doesn't mean I care. Doesn't mean if I cared I'd click off the app, Alex, and cry. I'm allowed to answer and have a bit of fun with them. Am I not? Sorry, I'll ignore them. I won't have no fun then. During the midst of severe racism and height of being trolled to fuck in your comments. I won't even have a little bit of fun with them, Alex, like you do.
Paige, at the end of the day, you've brought racism to Alex's page, which is not about that. I've sat in this page for over a year. I've never felt uncomfortable. I've always felt comfortable in this live.
Wait, can I?
Torian.
Wait, am I echoing?
No,
Hi
you're fine.
guys,
I can hear you.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think everyone just stay like Alex and Paige, let them sort it. I feel like you see when people start adding their 2 pence piece and whatever, it just becomes a worse situation. I think Alex is more than capable of bringing his argument across and talking to Paige, and I'm sure Paige, I just feel like when more people get involved, Alex, yeah, it just gets worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bigger picture here is dirty EQ. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this argument is dumb. Paige and Alex can sort it out themselves. They don't need backative from the crowd and to start their bullshit and to add their... Because then it becomes something else.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what it is, Torian, though, as well? I understand that sometimes, not from my community, but there is people that from other lives that will come in trying to mix it up and stuff. Not people that support me, because that's... People are going to support who they choose to. Paige was a little bit right earlier. Well, she was right earlier when she said if me and Paige was getting along, my community would probably warm to her. You know what I mean? That happens on the app. We see it all the time, right? But what I'm saying is that whole situation that happened in that live, and they were saying, but that wasn't being said. It was being 100% said, and I'm just saying that people have come over to my live and even people that I've seen in my chat don't really like me, and I've seen them that slag me off in other lives and said, you know what? I don't like you, Alex, but I can't abide by what's being said. It's bullshit. It's all lies. It's narratives that have been spun over here, saying that people saying, but you haven't been labelled racist. But I asked her a question: is microaggression racism? And she's gone, yeah. And I said, you've called me microaggressive racist, so you're calling me racist, are you not? Simple as.
No, so you can say something that's microaggressively racist, you know, not being inherently racist. Like, I don't know, Alex, I've said it to you 100 times. Kids in school, like, hear this more. You can say, I could say something right now inherently, like, I'm sorry, microaggressively racist or stereotypical, and just because I've said it doesn't mean that I am an inherent racist.
But you said I said it multiple times, so if you believe I've said it...
In lives, and if I really hated it, I thought you were like,
Why isn't anybody getting onto EQ?
I wouldn't have had
because
to in my
she's the worst.
No, shut up, Rihanna. Why isn't no one getting... Shut up. No. When people say, why isn't no one getting on EQ? That's not the case. People are getting onto EQ. But unfortunately, not everyone is going to get onto EQ. So there's only a small portion of people that are holding lives. And some of them are not big creators, Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Paige done a whole live yesterday. I've done lives. NJs have done lives. Everyone's done lives. But it's not always up to us to do the lives. And it's not always up to us to talk about it.
I don't think you're racist inherently, Alex. No, like I said, I could have said something now in my chat that has been microaggressive. It doesn't mean you're inherently racist. You can say something like microaggressive. You can say something smexist, for instance, yeah, and not be completely misogynistic. You can say a sentence or be triggered and say a sentence and it doesn't make you misogynistic.
Well, what I'm going to say on this is I love the body I'm in, and I don't care whether I'm mixed race, and no matter what somebody says, I'm still happy in me. And I think everybody is mixed race or different coloured should feel the same.
I love myself.
Says. Right, Alex, I'm going to drop.
Thank you, Rihanna.
So is Rihanna right, Alex? Did I bring all this racism to your life?
No, to be fair, I was come to you, so that's...
Oh, okay, Rihanna. So I think
I think, is Devon still live, Paige?
Thank you, Rihanna, mate.
So I feel like Devon should be here as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all...
Yeah, 100%. Where's my
not on the back of Devon, but it's all started from Devon. Like, obviously, he's more upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he should be here.
Is this your car? Yeah, I only came here to say Courtney didn't do blackface. I don't like it when people do too much in these combos and take it away from what it was. Jamaican Courtney was a thing, and she got spoken about for that 100%. But it was about the blackface thing.
But do you not agree that the comments that Devon was saying was embarrassing? Did you not pull him? Why did none of you pull him up?
I don't think a black man having his own direct opinion on racism or how it's been. Can I finish, Alex, please?
Sorry, yeah,
you do this to me every time.
You do it as well.
I don't think, as a black man, if he's got an opinion or an issue with you and how you've handled things and in rooms to do with racism, I don't think me as anyone has the right to sit there and say you're embarrassing. No, I don't find him embarrassing.
Okay, can I
didn't find you embarrassing when you was in my box. Can
I give you the reason why that I believe it was embarrassing? My opinion was the fact is that He's the difference between Congolese Alex and Jamaican Courtney. His response was that the reason why he didn't find it offensive to Courtney is because she sits in black spaces. That is basically the same comment as my friend can't be racist because she's got black relatives. Exactly the same comment.
I don't even know. I know what he meant. I can't want to explain it, but he meant it was more in the terms of when you make effort to understand and learn and be there around black people and be like not culturally inappropriate, he's saying that's more of a blight. That come out of his mouth, not mine. I think I don't really care if he was Jamaican Courtney or Congolese Alex. I don't care. To me, and if EQ was to do it as a heavy racist, fucking up, that's ridiculous. That to me, I've got bigger issues. There are people being unalive because of the colour of their skin. Do you understand? You being Congolese Alex does not mean anything to me, Alex. That's me, in my opinion.
And another thing that was said was, because I said Wagwan, that is Jamaican black people's black terminology. That's wrong as well. Also, is it? Surely it's not. There's white Jamaicans. There's people. There's one on here that fixes his cars from Jamaica.
Yeah, but you're not what you're saying. I get what you're saying, 100%. But you sound like Angie because what you're saying is 100% correct. If you was a white Jamaican. But you're not a white Jamaican.
Yeah,
so
but you reference it to colour. That's what I'm saying. You reference it to
I'm
colour.
asking you. He's saying you didn't just say Wagwan in a random space. We're talking about heavily severe racism, and specifically where Laura Swearingen gets consistently put down for saying Bumba Clark, Wagwan, etc., etc. Like you said, context. So in that live where we're talking about that, where Laura gets thingied for that, and he obviously felt a type of way in terms of how you were saying it. Are you a white Jamaican?
No, it wasn't said like that. We watched the live.
I'm asking you, are you a white Jamaican?
No, of course I'm not. But like I said, when you're referencing to patois to being black.
Alex, we're not. We're referencing patois to the topic of conversation where Laura was bullied for saying Wagwan and Bumba. That's who we were talking about with EQ. That's the whole live, yeah?
We watched it here. We came to it.
He thought you was taking the piss, is what I'm saying. You didn't come into a random live and say it. You've said it at the point of where she's getting mocked.
Paige.
Because I'm playing, I was saying Bumba, and that's why you obviously thought you was mocking it.
Paige.
Whether you was or not.
Yeah. Sorry, Paigey, wait, sorry. Alex, can you rise up Kenzino's mum? Because she's actually Jamaican, so I think it's good to hear from someone that's actually from Jamaica, if that makes sense. Sorry, Paige, go on, carry on. She was trying to get in the box.
But yeah, for me, I didn't care about that. It's not saying that. I'm saying when it felt like you was taking the mick because of the topic of combo, not who can say Wagwan or not, or who's allowed to say it. It's about what was being talked to at the moment. Laura was getting attacked for saying Bumba, and in the video, EQ that Bumba Wagwan. And so when we're having a serious convo and you come in and said that, maybe it looks to others, Alex. Do you see what I'm saying? That you were taking the piss out of Laura and the situation. Not that you can never say it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I understand, and I said that earlier. I understand what you're saying. You're valid for that, but your argument was lost when you did the same to Angie.
I didn't have that argument though, Alex.
No, but you was in the box and everyone was discussing race.
Yeah, I was in the box, but I was on mute,
Paigey,
I was talking out Angie and Pal.
Paigey, I'm just talking here, right? You're trying to. I don't know why you're trying to speak over me. All I'm saying is, when you're coming at me saying about, oh yeah, well not you yourself, but people saying the argument was it was an important conversation to have. Alex coming in, cracking jokes and all this stuff, right? Is the same thing that happened when everyone was talking about racism in the live just a minute ago, and you started then talking about Angie's hygiene, dusty knickers, laughing at her.
Angie said I don't like
yeah, I know, but and then you're laughing about a dog on the live-in.
Yeah, because she's laughing about my kids and laughing about when she was talking about my. But that's
the same thing that I'm getting destroyed.
It's not because I'm black, Alex, and I'm affected by the racism, mate. So when she's coming in, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, you this and that. I'm not going to come for Angie or her skin like she's coming for mine. All I can do back, Alex, because I'm not racist, is come for everything else around it. What are you not getting about that? No one's saying you can't have a joke. But how is selectiveness when we're the people of colour, and this is crazy. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because this is the thing, you want me to come back to Angie and talk about her skin then, because you came in saying, Paigey, her first line, but you hate white people, I'm probably going to get banned now. You hate this, you hate that. So...
But I'm white and I was popping jokes, you know what I mean?
Do you know what, Hardy Bob, everyone else? Next time Angie comes in cussing my skin, because I can't talk about hers, I'm going to stay quiet. I won't come for a dog or a hygiene like all of you do every day on the app. For no reason. No, when Andrew's not brought up nothing to do with you lot, you're all talking about our pissy pants. So next time Andrew's racist and calls me racist and says F my white mum and my dad's not a nice black man, all of this lot, I'll ignore it for you lot, okay? I promise.
Kenzina's mum.
Hi.
Hello.
Am I echoing?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, Alex, feel free to address anything that you've heard me say this morning, and we can have a conversation about it.
Okay. What is your predominant issue with me regarding what you've seen last night or previously?
Okay, so my issue that I was explaining earlier is a lot of people use microaggressions when communicating with us. A lot of people appropriate our culture, and why it's offensive is because I'm sure you know, like, we go through a lot, in terms of being black, being Jamaican, etc., etc. So sometimes, like we said yesterday, there's a time and a place in it, and it seems like when we're having serious discussions about things that we're affected by, and you know, like when I'm saying affected, I mean like really traumatized by things that have happened racially to us throughout our lives. Microaggressions at work, microaggressions when we go shopping, like, do you know what I mean? It's all the same thing. So when you display that pattern of behaviour, and we've addressed it with you already, like I was the one that addressed you calling yourself Congolese Alex, and you didn't respond to me but chose to have banter with other people in the comments, I left it. So then yesterday when I saw you, right, and I have got the screenshots of this, I had put in the comments in response to something like KMT, and then you very shortly after put such and such makes me KMT. And I looked at it and I thought, maybe I'm overreacting. And then you proceeded to then use like patwa in your language, like when you were talking. And then when you did come up on the stage, you said, Wagwan, my sisters, right? Now, if it was a different situation where like you lot are all just chilling and just having like, you know, your normal conversations and that's fine. But you see, because it was about racism, clearly black people who are black and brown people who experience racism, with that racism comes something called trauma. The same way if you go through domestic abuse, you are left with trauma. The same way if you lose a parent or a child, you are left with trauma. You get what I'm saying? It's no different. So all I'm saying is, when we say to you, that is hurting us, or like, you know what I mean? Can you stop? Rather than try and do the whole banter stuff, to say, you know what? Let me just listen. I apologise. You know what I mean? Like you said, you was there for numbers for Paige yesterday, which, to be fair, while she was in the box, she did keep your mouth quiet, like for majority of the time. But it was the comments, like, you know what I mean? For me, that's triggering. Yeah, but the comments before I got into the box was, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. I'd come in the live and I was writing the comments, you know, just having a little joke. And the thing is, right, I didn't know. Obviously, I knew the situation was about EQ because it said on the sign. But then when I jumped into the box, the conversation was dying down. It's on the Observer. You can watch it yourself. Like, it's obviously, I don't know what went on beforehand and what was mentioned before. But when I got into when I got into the box, obviously I cracked a joke, and obviously, and then afterwards, when someone, I think it was Little Nutty, no, it weren't. It was Hazel, weren't it? Sorry, Hazel. Hazel said, you know, she don't find it funny because at the end of the day, it's a serious situation. And after that, I was quiet because I took someone's feelings into account. You know what I mean? So you can't come at me. The situation. You can come at me, of course you can. If someone found it offensive as an individual, you can come at me for it, of course. But when everyone's dragging me and saying, oh yeah, but Alex this, Alex that, and bringing up stuff from the past, but then sat with me in boxes while I was on... Devon sat in boxes with me on the Congolese account, and I've nothing to say. Okay, but did I? Yeah, I don't know. You said it in the chat. I don't know. I addressed you. That's what I'm saying, Alex. When you came in with that Congolese Alex account, I added you and I said, Alex, that is so offensive. There is a G-side happening in Congo right now. Talk about that. And you ignored me, but you continued the banter with everybody else. And that's the only point that I'm trying to make, right? You lot can't keep saying, we care about racism and anti-racist and blah, blah, blah. But then when black voices start speaking, you all start getting defensive. even want to tell us how to think and feel and approach. And at the end of the day, Alex, I've kept it very respectful. You probably don't remember me, but I remember you from way back last year, when I first came to the app, because we connected, because we're both from Birmingham, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I was following her. But when certain things were going on the app and whatever, like from last year, and I weren't happy, I've took myself away and I've removed myself, you get it? So there's no one in this room that can say, I sit with EQ, or I sit with you, or I do this, or I do that. I keep it moving for the simple fact, I'm telling you, I am traumatized by racism, whether it is macroaggressions, microaggressions, whether it's covert racism, overt racism. I don't care what it is. Like, you get me? This is my real experience, and I have done my very best to just stay away from all of you. But enough is enough. Like, like one thing I've said, or a couple of us have said yesterday, and look where we are today. I don't understand, Alex, why you couldn't have just come over to Devon's live and, like, you know what I mean? Because I find Devon to be quite diplomatic. You two could have had this conversation from this morning.
Okay.
But instead, on TikTok, we decide to run up a cam too in our safe space because, this is your platform.
It's wrong.
So this is your safe space.
You got it wrong straight away. This is what I mean, Kenzino's mum. I think this is where you don't understand. I was already live. I was live doing my live, and someone said, there's a live going on about you. And these will all tell you, there was all in my live. So I said, who's talking about me? And then they told me, Nutty. And that's when, that was early. And then they said, Devon's live. Nutty's talking about you. Devon's live or something. And then I went over to watch it. I didn't fire up a live for it. I was already live. I was actually cam 2 in Angie before people was telling me about Devon's live. You know what I mean?
Oh, you lot snowflakes. Which means you lot, as in you lot in the live now. Bunny, you're more concerned about you lot than the N-word. You crazy little buggers. You cheeky buggers.
And you know what? Fair enough, Alex, if you were live before and that's how it happened, that's okay. But you see, because I deliver this training called Cultural Competency to predominantly white organisations, if they came to me with this scenario, I would have said to you, Alex, right, I understand that you were live, but because you are anti-racist, and you can hear that these group of black people have been a little bit hurt and offended by some of the things that have been said, I would have said, you know what, I'm going to end my life and I'm going to go over there. I wouldn't have sat here and cam-2'd it. Do you know what I mean? Because then it's just escalating. Because respectfully, people came in and told us that you were cam-2'ing and whatever, but we never cam-2'd you. Like, we carried on talking just up until, about half an hour ago? Hence why I'm here. I promised myself I would never come back on these stages again, you get it? But at the same time, I do feel like my voice needs to be heard, because if you haven't been watching the comments, soon as I came in here, majority of the comments, soon as I said something, called me a bully, called me this, called me that, it's nonsense.
The thing is, that happens on TikTok. Like I said, if I come over to one of your lives, if you was hosting a live and you had a support, I'd get jumped on. It's happened many times. I remember back in the day sorry, I don't know your room, so I can't really comment. But all I'm saying is, like when Paige used to go live, me and Paige was having a little bit of back and forth. I used to go in there and got absolutely ruined in the comments. That's just how TikTok is. When you've got support, you've got support. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way.
Last night, though.
Yeah, not last night I did, because